I don't have goals in life. This is something that I felt that I wasn't able to do or tell others for a long time. In our society, having goals seems to be strongly encouraged and prioritized. This makes sense because goals can be motivating and you feel good about yourself when achieving them. Depending on the goals you achieve, not only that you feel satisfied, but also you might get praised by others telling you how great of a person you are. I experienced a lot of benefits through making and achieving goals in my teenage years, but as I dove into my 20s, I started seeing some negative aspects of having specific goals in life. For example, all of us understand that the future is always unpredictable. Despite this truth, I kept making specific goals like I should have my dream job by the age of 25 and I should be earning X amount of money by the age of 27, etc. All the specific goals with the timeline that I created made me feel stressed about living life because I wasn't simply living up to them, or I would feel that I was nowhere near those life goals. In retrospect, those goals that I felt stressed about were unrealistic, and it would take many more years of effort and luck to achieve them than, say, graduating from high school or university, for instance. I just needed to run away from the cycle of making unrealistic goals and feeling terrible about not achieving them in my head, so I decided to let go of it because, as bizarre as it may sound, I felt that was what my intuition told me to do. Running away from things is often frowned upon in our society, especially in Japan where I'm from. Completing something that you started is perceived as aesthetic. We also have this popular idiom which goes, "Ishi no ue ni mo 3 年." The direct translation of it is 3 years on a cold stone will make the stone warm. What it means is that you should not give up no matter how hard something is, and that perseverance and patience will bring good results in the end. Growing up in Japan, I'm sorry but not sorry at the same time to say that this belief didn't make sense to me, because I would always think like, sure, if something I'm working towards is worthwhile, it makes sense to be patient and put some effort until I feel satisfied. But if I start something and find that it doesn't feel right at some point, then it doesn't make sense to continue it or be patient about it. So I followed my intuition rather than following what people around me believed in, and I created my way of living, which was that if I felt that something needed to change, I would leave it even if I had to go alone on that journey. The first time I thought I want to leave where I am was when I was in junior high school in Japan. I felt that I didn't feel right to be in the classroom learning about things that I knew I wasn't interested in. So I left Japan and decided to study abroad in New Zealand at the age of 15. At the time, I thought I had fallen in love with learning English and it encouraged me to leave Japan. But now that I think about it, I fell in love with the language because it was the golden ticket for me to run away from the place I didn't feel belonged. The second time was when I was working in New Zealand. I didn't see the long-term vision of myself staying in this country, although I really loved this place. At the time, I thought I wanted to do something different, and I was fortunate enough to get an opportunity to work for a Japanese company, so I left New Zealand. I learned that it's possible to feel not right about something even if I love it, which was quite interesting. The third time was when I was working in this Japanese company. It was super traditional and conservative that did not fit my beliefs and perspectives, so I simply left after finding a new job at a foreign company that operates in Japan. I've just talked about the 3 big moments of my life that I didn't feel right to be at and left. But obviously, I've run away from many things in my life, especially the ones that I decided were not enjoyable or serving me in any way. Some people might say that if I had been more patient with those challenging moments, I may have experienced good results in the end, because everything happens for a reason. To this statement, I would like to kindly disagree, because my belief is that we are not given the meaning of life, and we are the ones that give meaning to what happens to us. I agree that things happen to us all the time, but whether we think that those things are positive or negative is completely up to each of us. Hey, you may think that your latest breakup was the worst thing that could have happened to you. But if you meet somebody new who treats you right, then your worst breakup becomes a positive experience, because you now understand that your last relationship was not as healthy as you thought it was at the time. Just like this, I believe that we give meaning to the things that we experience, and the perception of our experiences changes at any point depending on how we look at it. This is why I don't have regrets about running away from those challenging times, simply because they weren't important enough for me to stick with. I guess running away from things tends to be perceived as negative because people associate it with being weak, irresponsible, unreliable, etc. And they think that those who choose to run away from things would always choose to run away from everything in life. That's where they can be wrong, because there are not many things that are important in life if I really take the time to think about it. So when I encounter things that do matter to me or are important to me, I can put my 100% energy and focus to make them work, because there aren't many to begin with. So far, my life strategy of running away from something because my intuition told me so has been working amazingly. And it proves to me that life can still be amazing without specific goals with a timeline. As I mentioned, no one knows what is going to happen in the future. This truth works as a reminder that my future plans can always change, and some of them may happen earlier or later than I expected, or may never happen no matter how much I want to make them happen. I think this is the beauty of life. When I was younger, I was taught to make life decisions based on my future. But to this teaching, I questioned, how can I know what my future is gonna be like when I can't even tell what is going to happen in a minute from now? So this is why, despite this teaching, I started making decisions in the present moment, and I decided to let go of those specific and unrealistic goals with a timeline from my life, because instinctively, now is all I know. Since I did that, I feel a lot more freedom, and I can embrace the present moment just because a lot of anxieties and stress that I voluntarily put onto myself are gone and do not distract me in my day-to-day life. In this society where we are constantly questioned about what kinds of goals we are aiming towards, making the decision not to have specific goals can be challenging. But we must stand up to the societal norm, because we don't live for others, we live for ourselves. That's the end of the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, because when you hit the like button, the YouTube algorithm helps my channel grow and reach people who are interested in the topics that I discuss on my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing, and I will keep striving to create videos that are worth your time. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!